Previously, on the Next Internet Millionaire, the contestants started the day with a hacker-safe immunity challenge that tested their ability to find information on the internet. Each time they lost, they were given an opportunity to stay in the game by paying an e-commerce chip. Some chose to preserve their chips, while others burned through them quickly. In the end, Jamie was awarded with immunity. Later in the day, the teams worked to create a viral marketing campaign using the strategies they'd learned from Mike Filsaime. Both teams came up with creative ideas, but the judges felt that the Knuckle Sandwich team's plan was stronger overall. Since Jamie was immune, Charles and Nico were on the chopping block for elimination. At the end of a tense judgment room that seemed it could go either way, Joel decided Nico had already accepted defeat and sent him packing for the long trip home to Costa Rica. Will the all-in team continue their downward spiral toward obliteration? Or will Jamie and Charles rally to stay in the game? Stay tuned to find out in this episode of The Next Internet Millionaire. With the field narrowed down to the top 5, we find a diverse handful of competitors who think they have what it takes to become the next internet millionaire. Will it be Thor Schrock, a computer repair shop owner from Nebraska? Alisanne Chan, mother and semi-pro poker player from Canada? Charles Trippy, full-time student and YouTube celebrity? Jason Marshall, a one-on-one aide for a student with muscular dystrophy? Or Jamie Luchuk, the actress and aspiring entrepreneur from Toronto?
I think that I have a good shot at winning this competition. Basically because if I look at some of the other contestants, I can't see Joel partnering with them.
I can completely see why I'm here. I do have the capability and the talent, and I think I'm a very confident team player, magically creative, and I'm hoping that that's going to see me through the end.
You know, I'm just looking around me and I'm saying, you know, I've got a lot of skills and a lot of drive, and I know what it's like not to sleep. I know what it's like to have an idea burning in your brain so hard that at night you don't go to bed because you don't want to go to bed when you're exhausted. I know how that feels. And in that respect, that work ethic, I think that would make us a good fit.
I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep doing what I know, and I'm pretty sure it's going to pay off. But if it doesn't, I'll do something else.
You know, whereas maybe like Charles seems like, yeah, I could live with it or live without it. And that's not me. I'm serious about this. I understand and I esteem the value of what this competition has in and for my life.
I'm not sniping anyone right now yet. I don't really have a strategy as far as how to get people to get off the show. And I do see this as a competition, but I don't see it as this cutthroat competition. It's ridiculous. And I don't think it needs to be that way. So.
Whereas I do, I understand the opportunity that's before me, and I'm not going to let it slip or go through the cracks. I'm going to compete, and I'm going to compete hard and show them that I'm here to win this thing. I'm here to be a joint venture and to be a person that Joel can partner with.
I've had people approach me and talk about unions and alliances and, hey, you know, if this happens, can this happen? You know, I'd like the best player to win. I don't want to see somebody who doesn't deserve it win because, you know, he managed to get somebody off. People should stay, and then people can learn from other people, right? Because if you have strong people working with you, A, that makes your team stronger, but B, then you get to learn more, and that's really why I'm here. I mean, I really want to win, but I really want to learn so that, you know, when one JV is done, I have the tools to go further.
Good morning, contestants.
Good morning.
We are shy one person this morning, Nico, who was eliminated last night in the judgment room. Competition is getting intense. There are now 5 of you. Please pull out your e-commerce chips. As you can see in front of you are cups with your names on them. There is a slot in the center, ideal for dropping e-commerce chips. One by one, in alphabetical order, you will come into this chamber and you will place your e-commerce chips in the cup of the person or cups that you believe would make the ideal joint venture partner for me. You may not place any of your e-commerce chips in your own cup. You must use all your chips. You will not use e-commerce chips again beyond this challenge. Are there any questions? You're dismissed to the lounge. One by one, alphabetically, you will come in for this challenge.
Do it, girl.
A comes before all of us.
No.
And then Charles.
A
and
is
then James,
first.
and then James.
Remember who's your daddy?
The room. And I'm the first one up. Charles. Really intelligent guy. He's a very smart guy. Full of ideas. And his video producing skills are amazing. But when I look at Charles and what he's interested in, it would be a one-sided deal. It would just be videos, I think, of like funny videos. So I'll think about him for a bit. Thor. Would he be a good JV partner for Joel? He'd be a good idea, man. Thor's sensitive when you put him in check and you remind him, but sometimes he can be a little bit sort of in your face. Oh, man, this is a hard decision.
So what's going on, you think?
I don't know.
Maybe they're asking her questions of why
Yeah.
she's picking.
Jason, you are so passionate. And, okay, I gave you a chip because I thought if you were a joint venture partner with Joel Comm, that would take you to another level. And I think I'm going to give you another chip because of that passion that you have. And I think even though your main focus is God, I think that you do have enough pride in you that you would take any other idea by the balls and run with it and execute it. So I'll give you a second chip for that. Jamie, you're so quiet. You need to let the passion out. You need to show people that you have energy and you want to go for it and you're that entrepreneur and you want to get things done. I think you want to get things done, but you're very quiet about it. I think you need to just pump up that energy a bit. I thought this morning's Hacker Safe challenge was really interesting. I had the most chips, and I really didn't want to put any in Jason Marshall's because I somehow thought that I had this gut feeling that obviously the person with the most chips somehow was going to benefit from this. And I thought, well, he's a pretty strong contender, and I don't want to give him any upper edge if necessary, but I had to truly be honest with myself, and I had to think, who do I think would make the best JV partner for Joel other than myself? And it just kept coming back to Jason. You know, my faith is not Jason's faith, but I can tell that if he was the millionaire, he could do so much with his faith, and I think that if he was joint venture partner and he won, I think he would totally use that money for good and to help other people, so I'm going to give him another shot.
Well, she might just be strategizing a lot.
That's a long strategy.
I think that Joel would work well with Jamie. I mean, she has that quiet presence, and it's a respectful presence, so, you know, I think that she should get another chip. Wow.
That is a pretty long time. Thor could have a nap before.
I could actually.
I know Jamie's improving, but will she ever be that person who wants to step up on the stage and deliver her message like Jason? I think he already has a message, and I think he needs all the help he can get for his message, so I'm going to give it to Jason. And that's my decision.
Wait till after he leaves, and then you can explain what happened.
No, we'll do that.
Okay.
Why were you so long?
Because they said you can take as long as you want, deliberate on everybody, and so I put a lot of thought to it. I didn't sit there and think, well, I don't want this guy to win. That,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Which one am I gonna do? I was gonna go in and then just kind of sit in the corner with the camera guy and just like eat an apple or something and make everyone all nervous like I was deliberating on my 2 tokens, but I just went in.
Ready, guys?
Jamie, Jason. Jamie's next. go to the wow. We had to go to the third letter, Jamie.
Where'd you drop your 2 chips?
I guess I have to vote for who a joint venture with Joel. So here's Alisand. And quite honestly, I wouldn't joint venture with Alisand. Jason Marshall. You know what, from the two of them, I just think there's scheming and too much fakeness. So it's now between Thor and Charles. If I were going to JV with somebody, I would probably go with either. Probably slightly more with, well, but Charles doesn't seem to care as much about this, and Thor really does. I just went in there and I took the opinion of, who would I JV with, really? Was talking it through that way, and I wasn't in there very long. I had 2 people, and I split my chips between them. But I'd love to push Joel a bit more in a creative way rather than technical. So for me, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 for Charles, and 1, 2, 3 for Thor.
Such an interest.
My turn. Start with Jamie. She's got talent. She's got creativity. She just, I think, still needs a lot of work. I definitely see in the future, but not yet. Alisand, love her to death. As a team leader, I'm very proud to have her on my team. She's worked hard for me, but stand alone without the leadership, without that, I don't know how she'll stand. But I'm going to give her at least 2, because I definitely think she has something there, and I'd like to see her continue. Charles, I would love to work with Charles. I will be working with Charles. But for Joel, he has creativity, he has everything, but he's lacking the drive and motivation. Joel needs somebody who is going to not just, but somebody that's going to be focused and motivated. Thor, there's not that many holes. He's been creative, he's worked very hard, he's pushed when he's needed to push, he's backed off and been, let the leader lead. Best for Joel right now would probably be Thor. I think if Charles can take care of that one little thing, the desire, and if he can show Joel that, I think all of them would have went right there. But we still have a couple more days, and if he's still around, hopefully he can show that.
I can honestly say in my entire life I've never had lipstick on my collar.
I have.
It's okay, Jason. Why? It's okay. It's over. It's all over.
Well, everybody thinks I've only got 2. I really have 4 because I wasn't sure what I was going to need them for. I wanted to look a little weaker than I was. So, Alisand, I got to know her really well in this competition, probably better than anybody else. First night we were here, we sat and talked for a long time, and she's got a lot of challenges and a lot in her life, and it's really important for her to do well at this. And I want to win, obviously, but I want her to walk away with this benefit. Jamie surprised me. I thought she'd just be the blonde on the show. I really did, but she's smart. She's smart and she's skilled. I can tell that. Jason, I can't find a bad thing to say about him if I tried. He's got the kindest heart of just about anybody I've ever met. He's got a good heart and he's an honest man, and that counts for a lot in this business. And then there's Trippy. This guy surprised me more than anything else, Charles. I thought coming into this show that he'd just be the YouTube guy that was simply on the show to act goofy and get people to watch the show. Charles is more than that. He's got a lot of interests, a lot of desires, and his work that he does has a personal feeling for him. He has passion for it. That's something that I don't think anybody else at this table has. No one knows what they want to do and has passion for it. So for that, Charles, I'm going to give you a couple, because if you keep that passion, you're going to go somewhere. That's all there is to it. The other 2, I'm going to give to Jamie, and there's a reason for that. Jamie and I have been working together for a while and making sure one of us stays in the game. She's supposed to support me, I'm supposed to support her. I have no idea what she did in here, but there's 2 chips for Jamie, so that's all I got.
You alright, dude? What's up? That might have rung then.
Was it difficult to give up your e-commerce chips to vote for somebody else? How did we determine who would win this challenge? Well, since you couldn't vote for yourself, it only makes sense that public consensus, the one person that everyone collectively thought would make the best JV partner overall, should win immunity. And now, one by one, in the same order that you voted, we will reveal how many chips are under each of your cups and determine who receives immunity. Let's begin with Alisand. Heather, please count the chips.
Alisand has 2 chips.
2 chips, Alisand. The good news is you're currently in the lead. Next up is Charles.
Charles has 8 chips.
Next up is Jamie.
Jamie has 4 chips.
Charles, you are still the leader. Next up, Jason.
Jason has 7 chips.
One shy of Charles, our last person with a chance at immunity is Thor. Please reveal the chips.
Thor has 9 chips.
Thor with 9 chips, congratulations. You are the winner of today's Hacker Safe Immunity. You may not be eliminated from the competition. Good job. Heather will now present you with your Hacker Safe shirt. You are immune for the rest of the day.
I didn't get this shirt because other people on this show think I'm going to be a great partner for Joel Comm. I got this shirt because Jamie and I had a deal, and when we couldn't give our chips to anyone else, we gave our chips to each other. So Jamie gave me all of her chips, and that's what pushed me 1 chip over Charles Trippy. So I didn't earn this. There's nobody here thinks I should do that, is what I learned today. And that's a real sobering thought, to look around and know that nobody in that room thinks that you have the ability to do it. And but yet I have the shirt. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
We have a new rule. As of this moment, you may no longer barter with your Hacker Safe immunity. Once you have received immunity, you are immune for the day. There are no more e-commerce chips to barter with. So Thor, you must keep that shirt. You are immune for the entire day.
The thing that killed me in the Hacker Safe Challenge, the thing that really just twisted the knife, was when we found out we couldn't barter the shirt anymore. Because that was the whole premise of the deal I had with Jamie. If I didn't need the shirt and she did, she would get it. If she had the shirt and didn't need it and I did, I would get it.
The competition is heating up because there can only be one winner.
Thor will strategize, and he already has today. He lied to us today, straightforward, and at least he was willing to admit that he lied instead of trying to lie again to hide it. Well, he lied twice, and then finally knew he was going to get caught and came forth.
At some point, everybody cheats a little. They do a little, they cheat a little. They take a little Monopoly money from the other guy's pile or something in life, and you get that feeling in your stomach if you win the game, like you shouldn't. You're not real. You didn't do it. You didn't earn it.
You can strategize, but to lie in order to accomplish it, that's just weak. To me, that shows that he is scared of going home, and that he has to do whatever he can. He told us he had 2 chips left, and he had 4. Why that was such a big deal, and why he was playing into the strategy in order to lie about it, I don't know. But that doesn't impress me very much, and that kind of actually put a bit of taste in my mouth.
And I felt like today I didn't earn this shirt, and I had to wear the shirt all day long, knowing that.
With their pockets no longer laden with e-commerce chips, it was time to get back to learning in the classroom with renowned copywriting expert Ray Edwards.
Today we are delving into an area that is a fundamental part of any business, because copywriting is more than sales letters. It's more than headlines. Every time you open up a paper and there's an ad in there, you've got copywriting. When you look at a brochure, there's copywriting. Copywriting extends to trade publications and beyond. The gentleman we have with us today has a roster that reads like a who's who of internet marketing success stories. Alex Mandozian, Mark Victor Hansen of Chicken Soup for the Soul fame, Jeff Walker, he's even written for me. Get ready to take a lot of notes and learn all about copywriting. Please welcome to the next Internet Millionaire platform, my friend, Mr. Ray Edwards.
This is going to be the most important section of my presentation. This is the part that you really need to pay the most attention to. And it's the part that if you get everything else wrong and you can get this part right, you can still succeed. Here we go. This is the simple 4-part ad formula. If you're under a time crunch and you've got to create an ad fast that will get results, and the future of your online business depends on how good that ad is, here's the 4-part formula that can simplify it. Part 1, here's what I'm selling. That's it. Here's what, you can even phrase it that way. You can start your copy by saying, here's what I have to offer you today. And then just describe what it is. That leads to part 2. Here's why it's right for you. Here's what I'm selling. Here's why it's right for you. Here are some questions you might have. You could call it frequently asked questions. And here's what you need to do right now. Can you see how you could write an ad just based on that? Click the button below, make sure you put in your correct credit card information, and let us rush your shipment to you right now.
I liked Ray's presentation. It was good. It was good to really get into copy, because I do enjoy writing, but it's just, all right, how can I polish it up? So it was something that I really know I'll be able to use. I would actually like to write my own copy, not necessarily outsource it. I really wouldn't. I enjoy that. It's not a task that so having him as a speaker and talking about something that I actually look forward to doing in the future, it was good.
This is the essence of writing good copy. Good copy does not just come out of your head. It comes out of the mouths of your prospects. So, if you're going to use the 4-part ad formula to create your copy, then here's what you must do if you want maximum success. I didn't say should do, I didn't say it would be a good idea to do, I said this is what you must do if you want to create the maximum effectiveness in your ad. Find your prospects, whether you find them in online forums, whether you find them through surveys, whether you find them because you bought a list from a direct mail list broker, whether you find them because you just went out on the street and started talking to people. Find out where they hang out, go meet them where they hang out, and listen to them. Engage them in a conversation and really listen. This is a lost art, listening.
My weaknesses obviously are the fact that I don't have internet marketing skills. I don't have that background. So I'm learning that, as fast as these teachers are pounding it into my head, and my head is so full of this knowledge that when I get home and I can actually process it, I think I'll be a lot more effective.
So you need to listen to them. You need to get their language. What words and phrases do they use to describe their pain, their frustration, their hot buttons, the things they like, the things they don't like? I mean, get their specific words, because nothing is more powerful than reflecting back their words to them, reflecting back their problems in their own language. That's how you get that rapport. That's how you join the conversation that's already taking place in their head. You don't have to be a mind reader, you just have to ask and listen. And then write your sales letter, write your sales copy. And if you'll do these things, you can turn those words into wealth, because you can get them to take the action that you want them to take and buy from you. And that is what the game of copywriting is all about.
Ray's presentation was a lot to take in 2 hours. I mean, literally, when he said he was consolidating, 24 hours of content into 2 hours, he meant it. He gave us a very concise plan at the end of the presentation, which I really appreciated. Create your storyboard, put out the 4 things you need, and then diagram down from there.
I learned that there's another formula for something else to sell. Just when you start thinking there's no more formulas to learn, to sell to another person, there's another formula. So.
The sales letter is one of the most important components of your web page. It is your representation to the rest of the world of what you're trying to communicate in order to get them to take action. The person that is with me today is the CEO of a company called Butler Bag. She is a leader in creativity and innovating. Would you please welcome Ms. Jen Groover.
My handbag company is very young. It's the fastest growing handbag company in the history of the United States. The handbag that I designed came from my inspiration of frustration of being sick and tired of digging through my bag. One night I was unloading my dishwasher, and I thought to myself, it's so cool how all the utensils stand straight up, and I have a bird's eye view of where everything is. At that moment, I took the dishwasher tray and I stuck it to the bag that I was using. And I looked over it and I thought, this is perfect. I'm gonna now show you one of the products that we first launched with, one of the designs. When you open up the bag, you will see exactly how the dishwasher tray was utilized. That's the wow factor that sells the product, that makes people want to go show all of their friends once they have it.
As a husband, I've watched my wife, and I have to, before we even walk into store, say, honey, is your card accessible? And you know, because I know when we get to the counter, it's not that quick to get to it. And how many times have I called her and she's like, oh, but my cell phone was at the bottom of my bag, and she's had to call me back after I've left a message and go, sorry, I didn't get to it in time, I couldn't find it. So I like it.
Well, I'm sure you guys will agree that the Butler bag is truly an innovative and amazing product, and Jen Groover is an amazing woman with what she has done in such a short period of time. Your execution challenge today is thus. You will be given 90 minutes to gather testimonials. Once you are back in the complex, you will each have 4 hours to craft your sales letter. Not only will the winning team get immunity, you will also receive Ray Edwards' Web Copywriting Explained. And yes, each member will also receive a hybrid model of the Butler bag. Before we get started, we need to assign team captains. Knuckle Sandwich, who's going to lead your group? Alisand, you are the team leader. All in, Charles Trippy will lead the two of you. Okay, everybody ready to go on location and begin showing off the Butler bag? Great, let's go.
That bag is awesome. When I saw that bag, I said, here's an opportunity. My wife is at home, taking care of the house, taking care of my son, taking care of everything in my business, everything that needs to go through. And there's always little fires that need to be put out, but here she is sacrificing all this. And I said, wouldn't it be awesome if I could bring her back a $150 designer bag and say, here, honey, I won this for you.
Okay, you've got 90 minutes to gather your testimonials before we head back to the complex. Good luck.
I'm Shannon, I'm 22.
Shannon.
I'm actually shopping for a fur shirt.
Okay,
Jamie, mother, I don't do a whole lot.
I'm Sarah Scarda.
And you're from Omaha?
Omaha. Nicole Whiteley from Westminster now.
We're from Butler Bag.
Okay.
And,
Is that a store here?
No, it's not here. It's actually a website.
Oh, okay.
I think we asked those ladies already, didn't we?
I didn't really want to ask him.
Would you be willing to call it the black hole?
Yes, I would. I put anything and everything I can in my purse, and it's usually junk that needs to be thrown away.
Speaking of throwing in there, how easy is it for you to find stuff in your pocket?
Not easy to kind of throw stuff in there.
It's
I
a
got
dump
like
bag, right?
pens, band-aids,
Planners and all that stuff.
a couple of wet naps, some mints here and there.
I'm like, I have to dump the whole thing out. Everything on.
I think I'd like something where I could put like maybe a compartment in the middle where I could put like my notebook or my planner, my cell phone, and a wallet in there.
We're going to show you the inside of this bag.
So let's show you what's in here.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness!
Oh wow.
Like, do you like would this something like having separate compartments, would that make your life a lot easier?
Yeah, that would be nice. I wish this one had
on the side.
So this would be something you'd be very proud to like show off? Okay.
Definitely.
It's like a basket. It is.
Yeah. That's awesome! Oh my gosh. That is so neat.
That's nice.
This is awesome! Oh my god. That is awesome!
Oh,
Cool.
that comes out, right?
Oh my god, that's awesome! I love it.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell that it has a little organizer in there.
Yeah, I really do like that one a lot.
Yeah, that is so cool. I want one.
I like this a lot. Yeah, you put stuff on the side.
Actually, I like that compartment thing. It's pretty cool.
I like it. It's neat.
Is it perfect?
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
We appreciate your
No
time.
problem.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys have a good day.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
You too.
Enjoy your
Thank you very
afternoon.
much.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Sparky.
What is it?
Yeah, don't make the same mistake you guys made yesterday.
We won't.
You got 4 hours. Use it.
You know, it's really difficult to come up with strategy. I think I have to have a strategy, and my strategy is to be myself. I can't be someone I'm not, and to go and turn on people and to play a game and to, you know, that's just not who I am. Who I am, and it's difficult even in my tasks. Who I am is a servant. I'm not here to be served. I'm here to serve and to serve others. And so my strategy is just to be myself and to show that this is who I am, like it or not.
Jason and Alessandra have been nitpicking at each other. I mean, I've had the chance to work with them a couple times now, and they both act like they don't mind, but every time Alessandra has an idea, Jason snips her off and says, no, stop, be quiet, let me finish. And I'm just looking back to day one, and I mean, I wasn't even that authoritative on the first day. I mean, this is, you know, like right-wing regime stuff here, and I'm just like, boy, if I'd have done that, I'd have got smacked down in my rear end. I learned my lesson.
Energy.
Thank you.
Is sexy offensive to you?
Working on a team of 5, like we had to do at the beginning, is so different than working on a team of 2. And I like doing both. On a team of 5, it's loud. You know, you can't decide what exactly is happening right away. Everyone's getting their insights in. You're having to look and divvy up. Whereas when you're down to a 2-person team, you're there with really good quality people who know their stuff. And we just seem to really know how to work together. So that room was silent upstairs. You know, he was working, I was working. We didn't have to chit-chat.
I just didn't think that these guys would see it the same way or see eye level. And now that they actually are, I'm like, okay, now I gotta do something, but I just don't know what yet. But I think if I really try to do something really serious, like start acting really serious, I'm just gonna totally screw it up. Like I've been taking it serious, but I've been kind of goofing around with it and having good times and being myself, and it's gotten me this far. So if I change who I am, it's gonna totally backfire. I don't know what the I'm gonna do. I have to figure something out, but I really don't know.
The credibility or the value justification?
Well, the value justification is where we
We have 15 minutes. And we still don't even have the order on there.
The value justification is on there.
We get 3 pictures on this. Maybe after the features. After the features, I throw it in.
Such a disorganized execution that everybody's pieces, I was in charge of putting them together and making transitions between them. Everybody's pieces came in within the last 10 minutes of the challenge, and you only have so much time to put it on a page, and there just wasn't enough time. Literally, I was clicking my mouse and saving as soon as the time was called. So I just don't know how we could have got anything else done unless we would have changed our strategy from the start.
Whew, man, that's so hard. Okay, showtime, folks.
I want you guys to know my tolerance tonight is quite low. I want to be blown away by the copy that you guys have written. All right, Knuckle Sandwich, we will not be judging your presentation. We will be judging the sales letter only.
So, what we started off with, the headline, big and bold. Discover the latest fashion accessory that will boost your self-confidence, save your time every day, and make you an instant celebrity among your friends.
Perhaps the entire phrase, boost your self-confidence, rather than just boost in confidence, should be highlighted. Save you time instead of every day. That's really the salient point in that phrase. Save you time. We want to save time and money. Good?
Find out why Oprah, Hillary Duff, and Maya are calling it a genius. Dear friend, if you have ever experienced the frustration of dumping your handbag to find something, the anxiety of missing an important call because you...
I think the whole concept is awesome, like with the compartments. And I'm generally a messy person with my purse. But I'd be willing to try it and see if that would work for me, if that would better organize me in a purse.
Embarrassment of rummaging for your wallet in the checkout lane.
I like the way that you brought in credibility early in your deck copy by mentioning Oprah, Hillary Duff, etc. I like the beginning, the lead of the copy, where you begin by asking if you've ever experienced these things, and it's the language of your market. Good stuff.
Of course, we have to have bonuses. First of all, the one bonus that's already there on the site, if you buy a second handbag, you get free shipping. Also, we're gonna add a second bonus, adding in an ebook, a free copy of Butler's Tips to staying organized using your Butler bag.
I like the ebook bonus. Whose idea was that? I think helping people to consume the product immediately is a huge plus whenever you sell something, especially if it's got to be shipped to them and they're not going to have it for several days. They got something they can look at and they can start anticipating, oh, when I get the bag, here's where I'm going to put my phone, and here's where I'm going to put my wallet, and here's where my pens are going to go, and they can start visualizing, and they continue to take ownership, because the moment they buy something, frequently buyer's remorse sets in. Oh, what have I done? Right? So I like the bonus a lot.
Jason didn't mention that we have testimonials on the side here, which...
Can you read some of those, please?
Sure. Well, I can't think of a reason why I wouldn't buy this bag. I would love to buy a bag like this. And that's from Lisa Grover. The second one, I'd like to have that thing in my bag. I'm kind of jealous. I want one now.
Good placement on the testimonials, but I really think you blew it on your testimonials. And I see the shock on your face. I was with you on the street when you were getting many of those, and I heard phrases that could have been used in your testimonials that were benefit-oriented, and the ones you have on this sales letter say things like, wow, I would really like to buy one of these. That's not a very powerful testimonial.
Doesn't say why.
Well, it doesn't say why, and on top of that, it tells me you didn't buy one of them. So you really like to, but you didn't. So obviously what you're saying to me, Ms. Testimonial Person, is a lie, because you wouldn't really like to, or else you would have.
P.S. Remember, you owe it to yourself to get more confidence, save time and money, and brand yourself as a celebrity, among others. Click here to order.
Okay, knuckle sandwich, nicely done. You can all step forward. All in, you were given the same task. You may begin now.
Oprah, US Weekly, and People Magazine are all raving about Butler bags. And why not? Every girl needs a Butler. Dear overwhelmed with clutter, but totally stylish female. I don't know about you, but I hate it when I'm in a rush. I desperately need to dig something out of my purse, and for the life of me, I can't find it.
There's a lot of text in big blocks, and people tend to skip that. We talked about how people skim, scan, and scroll.
The best part of a Butler bag is its signature compartments. The second you open the bag, you can spot anything, even a safety pin. These unique compartments fit just about anything: cosmetics, keys, cell phone, BlackBerry, iPod, notebook-sized laptops, magazines, maps, file folders, pens, business cards, gum, mints, money, even a water bottle.
I think you had plenty of opportunities here early in this letter to use bullet points. And if you remember, some of the rules of writing copy that sells were use short words, use short sentences, use short paragraphs.
I wouldn't have guessed it had all these compartments. I thought it was a regular purse, says Shelby.
As a student, I try to carry my books in my purse. This would make it so I would only have to carry one thing. Can I have this?
I'm a fashion girl, and I'll use a stylish-looking bag over a functional bag. But this bag has it all.
When you guys were on the street, I was actually really concerned. I wasn't sure what you were going to be able to pull from all of the feedback that you've gotten from everybody.
I think it was just a little better, because they did talk about the compartments and...
Okay.
Similar handbags from Banana Republic range for $248, DKNY $325, Coach $798. And they don't even have that unique, extremely valuable compartment.
They wrote so much copy. Jamie, I mean, I'm assuming Jamie wrote most of that copy, because Charles didn't sound like he knew what he was reading. But she wrote all that copy in a matter of 4 hours. You got to respect that.
Butler hybrid handbag with this top grain leather shell and unique one-of-a-kind compartment system sells for, get this, only $150. That's almost $100 less than its current competitors.
I think it was really important how you compared it to well-known brands that other people could connect with and know the quality instantly. And that's the hardest message to convey here, is what is the quality. And you did that really well.
I'm having a hard time finding the order buttons. I want to order this bag. I'm ready to buy. Hello, where do I get this thing? Ask for the order, ask for the order, ask for the order. You've got an opportunity for them to buy, and you're dealing with objections, then giving them an opportunity. Deal with more objections, give an opportunity. No reason to make them scroll all the way to the bottom for the buy now button, which isn't here. I know it's especially difficult when you're having to present to the designer of the bag and a copywriter who is able to shred, with just the glance of an eye, to pick out all the little missteps and fumbles. After reviewing both of these and seeing the work that you guys did, I find myself surprised by my judgment. I did not expect it to go this way. You guys had 3 members working on this with experienced copywriters. You guys had 2 working on it, and frankly, I didn't think you had a clue what you were going to do. But at the end of the day, one of these is definitely more salvageable than the other. Immunity today is clearly and overwhelmingly given to All In. Congratulations. As for Knuckle Sandwich, I have no good news. You gave it a valiant effort, you fell short. And you will soon be meeting me in the judgment room, along with Ray and Jen, where one of you will be eliminated. Thor, you're immune. That leaves Allison and Jason. You're dismissed.
We were up against 3 people who, they raised their hands. They said they had copywriting experience, and I wasn't sure which way it was going to go.
I didn't think we were gonna pull through, but because they were ripping to shreds our copy, but we pulled through. We did good. We won.
And when they announced us, I was so relieved because I am so tired of going into that room. And tonight, if it was just between me and Charles, it was going to be tough.
Yeah, and I was gonna totally have to take the bullet because, you know, as a team captain, team leader, team whatever I am, I would have to have gone down with the ship.
I got the bag, and it's good.
It smells really good, but it's pretty cool. This is my man bag, dude. We could put like beef jerky, condoms, and Red Bull in here. That's all you need. That's all you need in life, right?
Right now, I kind of feel like the guy that went off to war was supposed to go off to war, but you know, got a bad case of the mumps or something, and then found out his whole unit was wiped out or something. I don't like losing, and everyone's like, Thor, why are you so worried going into this judgment room? It's because we lost. I don't like losing. It doesn't matter why you lose. We lost.
I'm really surprised to see you guys here. How did you fall short as a team and let the team of 2 beat you guys? Because the bottom line is, they did a better job.
I stand by our sales letter. We learned a lot today, and we tried to implement the basic elements of a sales letter.
I'm kind of shocked. I expected you to win. I actually have 2 things to say that I'm very disappointed by. One is I distinctly and explicitly told you it's okay to go to the Butler bag site and lift a few key phrases, but I made it a point to say don't just rip copy off of that site, and yet that's what happened. I found that very disappointing, but more disturbing than that is something that I think is an issue of integrity. There was a question that was asked of you, Allison, and that was whose idea was the bonus item that Joel praised so highly. And you said it was your idea. But I remember being part of a conversation where it was actually Jen's idea. You notice in my talk today, I was very intent on pointing out when I was using material that originated somewhere else to give credit for that. And that's very important in business.
Yeah. Both teams had difficulty actually applying the concept of the bag visually, putting things in the bag. And there was one woman that you were talking to, and I stood there and I watched and I said to Jen, her bag is transparent. It's just begging for them to say, would you like to try your cluttered stuff in this bag? It would have been just a huge selling point right there on the spot, a great demonstration. And nobody picked up on that. All 3 of you just totally oblivious. Okay guys, Thor, who do you feel should go home tonight?
I don't think Jason and Allison work well together. I don't think that Allison appreciates Jason's leadership style, and I don't think that Jason appreciates Allison's sensitivity to being criticized for her leadership style.
Allison, do you feel like Thor failed you at all in this task?
No, I don't think he failed yet.
Do you feel like Jason failed you on this task?
I think he did somewhat.
Where?
I think that he's a very strong speaker and he has his own ideas. And if I have an idea, he tends to want to go with his idea, even though I'm the team leader. But transcribing, there was some things that I wanted to pull off there, and he said, I think that you're wasting time doing that.
This is going to bring us down to the final four. The final four. In basketball, that's a big, big thing. And I'll tell you what, starting with 12 here to be in the final four is also a big, big thing. Thor, were you not wearing the Hacker Safe shirt tonight, I believe you would still be safe. When you came into this competition, Jason, you came in with both barrels blazing. You wowed everybody. And you were the guy that was picked to go on the other team when there was a chance to do it, and then the guy that was picked to go back. Really putting you in a position of, wow, this guy's going to be a superstar. I don't know that we saw any kind of superstar status today, but you did show leadership. Alessandra, I appreciate that you stepped up too. No matter what the task was going to be, you were going to give it what you had. Alessandra, you play your cards well. But even though you're here as part of the final five, I'm still not sure I've got a feel for you. Even though you stepped up for the task, I get the sense that somehow you're flying under the radar. Alessandra, I don't see it. It's not bubbling up within me. I can't put my finger on it, and because of that, I'm sorry to tell you that you've been eliminated from the competition. You must now leave the complex.
I made the mistake of saying that the ebook idea was mine. I misunderstood the question he originally asked when we were standing on the stage. I thought he meant who was the idea to add another bonus. Big mistake, but I'm glad I made the mistake because as all these teachers have been saying time and time again, it doesn't matter the mistake, and it doesn't, and don't be afraid to make a mistake, and don't be afraid to be corrected. So I was totally glad that Ray Edwards pointed it out to me, because you can bet, because I made that mistake, because he pointed it out to me, I'm not going to make that mistake, and I will be more aware of what's asked and how to answer it.
I have worked with her so much. Her and I have been on the same team quite a bit. I've been her leader. And I really like her as a person, and just the way she has such a desire and genuineness to grow. She's the kind that does have integrity and doesn't want to jeopardize that, and just wants to do her best. Whereas now we're getting down to the point where strategy and gameplay might come into hand.
I get the distinct impression that he doesn't trust me or like me. There's something there that maybe it's a competition thing. Maybe there's just something there that is between the two of us.
He is ready to play a game and ready to probably do what it takes to win the game, not necessarily win, the competition, but the game.
But we're gonna have to pull it together if we are on a team and make something happen, because I'm not going back in that room tomorrow.
I would like to say to the world that I'm so happy to be here, and I love my kids and my husband, and I'm so glad that they've been so supportive letting me on the show to let all of you watch me. So thank you very much also for all of you voting for me, for watching my videos, for cheering me on, all my friends and family. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed the show. I learned a lot, had some failures, had some wins, and every single thing on this show has taught me something. And so thank you very much.
They don't know I do this as a joke. I guess the joke's backfiring, right? Now I gotta actually make up something, but I'm a one-trick pony, so I gotta watch that. Joel, I am a stallion and a Clydesdale. I am a Clydesdale, Joel. And I will trample all over you like a ninja. Ninja horse.
The next Internet Millionaire has partnered with Hearts and Hands International.
all of this establishes your credibility. This is, to me, the currency of the future of the internet. It's all about credibility. It's all about being able to believe what that person is saying.
Never seen Jason that angry.
That's what this is. It's a game. And a lot of people are losing sight that this is just a game.
People are starting to change, and I knew that. And I guess that's what I've learned to deal with.
The growth of the internet has led to more opportunities for prosperity than ever before. The myth of making money online from home in your pajamas is no longer a myth. The internet has made it a reality. Now, I invite you to become a part of this group of entrepreneurs by becoming a Next Internet Millionaire Insider. As a member, you'll receive your own internet business on CD-ROM shipped directly to your door. This CD is packed with video tutorials, instructional ebooks, website templates, and 64 products that you can begin selling online immediately. It has all the tools and resources you need to get your internet business up and running quickly. And as an insider, you'll have the ability to ask questions, participate in exclusive teleseminars, and receive access to a special members-only website. To learn more, go to www.nextinternetmillionaire.com and enter your name and email address in the form on the page. Thanks for watching The Next Internet Millionaire. I look forward to seeing you as an insider.
That would be the rackle.
We gotta record that. We gotta record that.
Now imagine my friend's 6'4", and then him and I, like, you know, everybody's kind of hanging out in college drinking or something, and then like that's what would happen. Like, oh.